have her mouthing out the word "speak up," not over, and actually take the audio from this and have her saying that "speak up," not over, so that every time someone abuses the fucking bot, part of my language, and I'm sorry, I shouldn't have yelled. Every time someone abuses the bot, they hear that. So it's a reminder to them. It's a reminder to them that they should not be speaking over me during Pride Month. I want that as a GIF. Cameron, you know what to do. Do that. I never asked you to make a GIF. Make a GIF.
Get caught up on the issues that are important to the communities that you want to support. Speak up, but not over. If the Fight for Equality was a girl group, the ally wouldn't be the lead singer or the second lead singer. They'd be Michelle. An ally's job is to support. You want to make sure
you ain't Beyonce. I'm Beyonce. Okay, you're like Michelle. No shade to Michelle, which is the female name for Michael, version of Michael. Well, okay, I'm not Beyonce, and I don't want to be Beyonce. I'm definitely not Beyonce. I'm CopperCab. I'm CopperCab. I'm the teacher. You're the student. Okay, I don't like the Beyonce Michelle analogy. She can use that, but I'm not gonna say that I'm a black woman because I'm not a black woman. I'm a ginger man. Potentially gender fluid, but regardless, I identify as a man. I'm a ginger man, and I'm a ginger man, and I'm CopperCab, and I'm the teacher. I'm the boss. I'm the king of the Copperverse. Potentially one day the king of ginger people in general. I am the leader of the redhead diaspora, essentially, even if I'm unelected. I am the leader of ginger people, especially on the internet. I'm like the internet ginger. I'm like the representative. So anyway, I'm CopperCab. I'm not Beyonce. I'm CopperCab. And I'm telling you, don't talk over me. It's not nice. It's rude. Okay? You can speak up, but don't speak over me.
But not over. If the Fight for Equality was a girl group, the ally wouldn't be the lead singer or the second lead singer. They'd be Michelle. An ally's job is to support. You want to make sure that you use your privilege and your voice to educate others, but make sure to do it in such a way that does not speak over the community members that you're trying to support or take credit for things that they are already saying. This isn't Mario Kart. Stay in your lane. Realize that you're gonna make mistakes.
You're gonna make mistakes, guys. Okay, it happens. It happens to all of us. You'll make mistakes, but apologize when you make a mistake. Maybe you're a good apple and you interrupt me with the bot. Just apologize in the live chat. You didn't mean to do that. Normally you don't even need to apologize because I'll just know that you didn't mean to do that. Well, I don't know, but I would, I like to assume the best when it comes to my good apples, my good students, my star students. But, when you make a mistake, apologize. You say that I'm a white person and you're like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I recognize that you are your own race. Ginger people are not white. I apologize. That was my mistake. My apologies. And you know what I'll be like? You know what? That is so nice of you. No worries. I'm not mad at you. I forgive you. Totally forgiven. I totally forgive you. No big deal. It's all good. Water under the bridge. Don't even worry about it. Forget it even happened. And that's it. I'm a nice guy. I'm a forgiving guy. I'm not spiteful or vindictive. I'm not an asshole. I can recognize if someone's being genuinely apologetic, and I'm not going to be mean. I'm not going to hold it over their head or bring it up to give them grief in the future. I'll forget. So I say, forget about it. Don't even worry about it. It didn't even happen. Just move on and move on. I'm not about that cancel culture shit. I used to be a bit, more about like the cancel culture. I used to. I'm a feminist who said that women being treated unfairly. I used to be like cancel people if they said some shit 10 years ago. Look, if you said some shit when you were 14, 15 years old on Twitter, and you grew up, and 15 years later, you're like, dang it, I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I said that. That's slur, or this or that. And you're like 30 years old, but you said something awful when you were 14 in some COD lobby or something. I'm not going to go out and try to fire you, get you fired from your job because you said a dumb thing when you were 14 years old. A fucking young teenager being stupid and goofy, hasn't developed that full kind of intelligence, that social intelligence yet, that comes with just honest maturity and growth and actually aging over time. Your brain actually develops more. I'm not going to hold you accountable, like on some like crazy level for something you said when you were like 12, 13, when you're in your 30s or 40s. That's absurd. Cancel culture is fucking goofy. Drop a 111 if you agree. That we might not agree on everything, but maybe that's something you can agree with me about. Cancel culture is fucking stupid. And don't give me that, it's not it's not cancel culture, it's consequence culture. Freedom of consequence? I don't know. No, dude. No, you shouldn't have to face the consequence. You shouldn't have to be fired from your job as a grown adult man for something you said when you were 13 years old in a Grand Theft Auto 5 online or a Grand Theft Auto whatever or a COD lobby when you were 13, 14 and you were raging because someone was trolling you and getting you worked up and you said some dumb shit. Maybe you said a slur. Like, if you're in your 30s and you're a grown adult and you've matured and your brain's developed and you know that that was a stupid thing to do and you haven't done that and you're not like out throwing around racist slurs and you're a grown, mature, kind man, why the fuck would I want you to be punished for something you did and you know you did wrong? Like, that's so goofy. Cancel culture is fucking goofy. It's goofy. I used to think that cancel culture was like, yeah, fuck that. Let's cancel them. Now I'm like, see? And you know what that is? Hey, main screen. You know what that is? That's called development. That's called maturity. That's called, oh, you know what? Maybe I was wrong. Yeah, that doesn't work for me. I don't want to be that way anymore. CopperCab. I'm CopperCab. I don't agree with cancel culture anymore because I grew up a little bit and I realized that's immature. That's an immature way to operate. It's a weird way to be. I'm going to hold you accountable for the thing you said when you were 12. I'm 33, 34. I don't care. I want you fired. Like, that's fucking stupid and psychotic. Like, you're leaving out the fact that, oh, I don't know, the reality that people grow and mature and change. People change over time. And they develop empathy, maturity, intelligence. So anyway, of course I don't agree with cancel culture. So dumb. And I grow. And I change. For the better. I'd like to think anyway. So I've grown and I've changed for the better, I mean, in that regard. So I would like to do that with my streams. I want to help you guys grow and to change. Maybe you're a MAGA person. Maybe you're a moron who can't see that Trump is going to lead us into a war with Iran. Maybe you're an idiot who's still waiting on the golden age of America to happen, even though the grocery prices haven't gone down at all, actually. Gas prices haven't really, I mean, like, what are we doing, folks? How's that economy doing? What, we're bringing in billions of dollars from other countries. Like, where is that money at? I don't know where that money's at. Do you? You know, maybe you're just like one of those MAGA guys. And you're like, yeah, I don't care what Trump does. I'm going to follow him anyway. That's called being in a cult, by the way. Maybe you should look into how to leave a cult. But you won't do that because you're in the cult. And you don't think you're in a cult because you're in it. You know. Anyway, yeah, I don't know if the Trumpers are ever going to get fully deprogrammed. But, yeah. Anyway, let me know when that golden age starts. And also let me know when the Epstein list drops. Because last I checked, and you can still find these articles online when it happened, when Trump brought in Pam Bondi and Kash Patel, they said that they were going to drop it the next day after they got sworn in. They were going to drop that list the next day. Remember that? And Trump has been in office for how many months now? And nothing? Nothing? Interesting how that works. Oh, so that promise wasn't delivered upon. Oh, and how's the border going? And, also, how's that war with Russia going? With the Russia-Ukraine war? Remember before Trump got elected, he said, I will end that war day one when I get in office, on day one. Like, he was serious. He's like, I'm serious. On day one, I'll get that war sorted out. And we're still waiting. If memory serves, I think if you Google Russia-Ukraine, they're still in a war. That's interesting. But Trump is president, right? He did get elected. I am right about that, right? I'm not like delusional. I did see that Trump did get elected last November. Oh, but the war is still going on. Okay. Oh, and the Epstein list hasn't dropped. Oh, okay. And the golden age of America, where prices are going to come down on all the groceries, that hasn't happened yet. Okay. But he did welcome us to the golden age of America. When are we in the golden age? Can someone let me know? I don't have an alarm set on my phone. Can someone let me know? In the live chat, I agree. Trump has been blowing it. Yeah, I'm still waiting. Shauna in the live chat. Yeah, we're all still waiting. Yep. Yeah, let me know how that's going. I'm not saying Kamala would have been better. She might have been worse. But I'm just saying, like, Trump is not this infallible, perfect human being that a lot of MAGA, thinks that he is. That's called being in a cult, people. Understand, he's not some supreme leader, okay? He's not a perfect person, and he's not getting some of the things that he said he was going to do. He's not getting them done. And interesting how Kash Patel came out and said that Epstein didn't kill himself. Interesting, isn't that? Interesting, very interesting. They're really taking their time on that list. How many revisions do you think it's going to go through? How many papers are they going to shred? How many revisions? How much time do they need to clean all the files out and go through all their files and backups and make sure nothing else gets... How many? You really thought Trump was going to, really, do some shit. That's not what the stream's about. I just, and I don't mean to gloat or rub it in, because that's not productive. Come on, guys. Enough with the Trump stuff, okay? When are you gonna let it up? When are you gonna give it, break out of this brainwashed, thing? Yeah, okay, Trump is a meme. Okay, he's funny. He says some funny stuff. Hey, ha 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 ha. Ha ha, ha ha. You're like a toddler laughing at the TV. You don't even know what's being said. You don't even understand the full English yet. You're just like, he make funny face. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but that is what it's like to a person who's able to look at things objectively when they see you, MAGA people, that are like, yeah, Trump, yeah. When he's not fucking doing anything that he said he was gonna do, it's like, these people really will just, suck his cock over, if he, sneezes, they'll say, I'll tell you what, that was the best damn sneeze I've ever heard in my life. Bless you, Trump. Bless you. Can you calm down and get off of his lap, get off daddy's lap for, 5 seconds and get a good look at him and realize he's not some fucking perfect person. He's not a saint. And then, yeah, and people will say, Trump derangement syndrome. I think you got Trump dick-sucking syndrome. I think you got TDSS, okay? Trump dick-sucking syndrome, where no matter what Trump does, you'll suck his dick. No matter what. Kash Patel talking about Epstein killed himself. Really? Really? You guys are fucking dumb. Actually dumb. Copper ranting about MAGA is the gayest thing so far this month. Yeah, because I'm saying something that might hurt your little fifis. Oh, hurt your little Trump, your little feelings. Oh, am I saying valid criticisms about Trump? Is that gay to you? Oh, poor baby, some cat. I hurt your little pussy feelings. Dumb fucking furry bitch. Anyway.
Apologize when you... But make sure...
I'm sorry, I shouldn't say you guys have TDDS. Or sorry, not TDDS. I shouldn't say that you guys have TDSS. I'm not gonna start saying TDSS. I'm not gonna say that you guys have TDSS. I don't want to say Trump dick sucking syndrome, because that's kind of a microaggression towards gay people that suck dick. I'm not gonna say that. It's Pride Month. I'm bi. I'm gonna be an ally. I'm gonna be a good example. I'm not gonna call you guys names, even if you're calling me names. I'm gonna be the more mature person. I apologize for saying TDSS. Forget I even said that. That's not even a thing. Disregard that comment completely, and all the other associated comments with the TDSS thing. Or don't, or whatever. I don't care. Moving on.
Sure to do it. Equality was a girl. Speak up, but not over. If the fight for...
But before I do that, Winky said Copper got caught with Gavin and Burger King. That's why he moved from Georgia to Kansas and streams. Dude, what does that even mean? Some Cast said, Copper, since I've been such a brat to you today, I made your GIF vid donation with her bid for you. Respectfully, it's in memes. Let me see. What do we got here? Did you actually make it? What the fuck is wrong with you people? What the fuck? Okay, that is not what I wanted at all. That is not what I wanted at all. This is not a no. No. What's wrong with you people? What the fuck is wrong with you people? No, that is not. No, I want her saying, speak up, not over. Why are you such a clown?
Equality was a girl group, the ally wouldn't be the lead singer or the second lead singer. They'd be Michelle. An ally's job is to support. You want to make sure that you use your privilege and your voice to educate others, but make sure to do it in such a way that does not speak over the community members that you're trying to support or take credit for things that they are already saying. This isn't Mario Kart. Stay in your lane. Realize that you're going to make mistakes and apologize when you do. Nobody's perfect. Unlearning problematic things takes time and work, so you are bound to mess up and trip and fall. But don't worry, you can brush yourself off and get right back up. And back up! Just remember that it's not about your intent, it's about your impact. So when you get called out, make sure to listen, apologize, commit to changing your behavior, and move forward. Last but certainly not least, actually the most important thing on this list is remember that ally is a verb. Saying you're an ally is not enough. You gotta do the work. 1 through 4. As always, there are links in the video description box to some of the things I mentioned in this video, along with some resources that have been really helpful for me as I've gone along in my journey to be more conscious. So I want to hear from you in the comments. What are some sites that you suggest checking out, and what are some things that have helped you become a better ally? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye!
She's so great. She's so good at what she does. Shout out to Francesca Ramsey, man. I'm gonna link her video in the live chat if you guys want to go and throw her a like, or maybe even subscribe. You feel free to do that, okay? Hold on one moment. Go open up my channel here. Open up the live chat. Good at what she does. Yep. I like Francesca. I really do. I think she's cool. There you go. I'll link that in the live chat. Give me 1 second here. And I actually have another video here. I will link in the live chat. This is a video of me. This is an unlisted video on my YouTube channel where I am actually doing a dance, and I've got like I'm doing a drag show, like a dance, and I've got like a wig on, and I've got like rainbow like stickers on my nipple. It's kind of funny. Like it's not funny, but anyway, I'm gonna link that in the live chat. You guys can go and check that out too. And here I will unlisted video of me dancing to Lady Gaga. There you go. I'll actually pin that in the live chat. And check that out. Pretty good. Pretty cool. But anyway, that's a fun one. I guess it's Pride Month. Why not throw that out there too? You know what I mean? But anyway. Moving on. Moving on. As I was saying, anyone say that it's a Rickroll, by the way, they're trolling you and they're messing with you. They're trying to get you to not click it. So feel free to ignore the link if you want. That's fine. Go fuck yourself. As I was saying, moving on.
Lean on me.
Let's go ahead and move on from that. What is allyship? Actually, you know what? Let's read some comments here too. One thing you can do to like be friends with a gay person is treat them like a person. Don't treat them like an object or a project. Kind of rhyme there. Don't make their sexuality the center of your friendship. Like, don't make everything about I got a gay friend. They're like, because like then you're like making them out to be a prop. Like that's not a prop. That's a person. Different B word. And I don't mean pussy. That's a person, not a prop. And you know they deserve dignity and they deserve to be respected. Just be normal, you know, with them. Joke around with them. Be cool. Just be a chill person. You know, don't be weird about them being gay. Like they're just a person. They just happen to be gay. Just like you happen to be straight. You know, when they're talking to you and they're trying to open up dialogue, another thing you can do is just listen to them without being judgmental. Obviously, I know that sounds like an obvious thing, but some people will actually be judgy when like your friend is telling you something and you're like, you know, you can be judgy. I mean, gay people might be, and I'm not saying that they're all sensitive, but it's like it can be a sensitive subject for some people. It can be a bit of a sore subject. Maybe they've had some bad experience in the past with people. Maybe their parents didn't accept them. I don't know, but you know, don't make it about like when they're talking to you. Don't make it about you. Okay. Listen to them without any kind of judgment, any kind of agenda. You know, don't try to put on some white savior thing where you're like, you know, a Targaryen or whatever from Game of Thrones, or whatever her name is, the blonde-headed chick, that meme where she's the white savior complex. Don't do that. You can be an ally without being judgmental or like on some high horse. Okay. So if they open up about their experiences, don't make it about your reactions, your politics. You know, don't be out there making comparisons to other things or analogies. Just listen, okay? Sometimes people just want to be listened to. That's all. That's really it. And obviously, this is another big one. Respect their pronouns. Respect their identity, okay? Even if it's new to you, even if you're like, what's a they, them? Are they like multiple people? Okay, like you're the first person to make that joke. But in all sincerity, if you're actually being for real and you're trying to befriend someone, respect their pronouns. Respect their identity. They shouldn't have to wear a fucking a badge on their shirt. Like, hi, I'm CopperCab. Like, they shouldn't have to wear a name tag that says they're he, him, or they, them, or she, her. Like, you should just be able to just like listen to them and talk to them and respect their pronouns. You know, even if it's new to you, you know, get it right. Okay, if you mess up, hey, you know what you can do? This is crazy. You can apologize. Isn't that a crazy concept? If you fuck up someone's pronouns or their identity or like how they identify or their like things like that, you can just say sorry. That's all you gotta do. You can correct yourself and then you can just move on, and it won't be any issue. Okay, it really shouldn't be an issue. If they overreact after you sincerely apologize, well, I mean that's kind of on them. Okay, I mean, you know what I mean. If it really was an honest mistake, you know they can be upset. They're allowed to be upset. And you know what? Sometimes people take time to get over things. You know, everyone's got different levels of sensitivities. Maybe they've got some trauma. Maybe you accidentally dead named them. Maybe you misgendered them, and maybe that could really be an issue for them. All you can do is be sincerely apologetic, say sorry, and move on. Okay, but if they're not ready to forgive you, well, you shouldn't get mad at them. Give them time to kind of process the apology, and move on. Okay, if they want to be your friend still after that, then they can be your friend. But you know you don't get to control them like that. Another thing, call out homophobia. Okay, you want to be an ally? Well, you should be an ally then. Even if it's inconvenient, even if you're in a social setting where it's like, ooh, you might feel a little bit of judgment for calling someone out. Oh, what are you, a social justice warrior? What are you, woke? What are you, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I know it might not always be convenient to be woke. It might not always be convenient to be an ally or call out homophobia or like call out some class clown and their bullshit. But like, if you're silent, you're complicit, okay? Silence can be complicit. If someone makes a slur or a joke that's disparaging to gay people, you know, or like saying some kind of like stereotype, like all gay people are like fairies, hey, you know, or some shit like that. Hey girl, you want to go to the club? I want to get some cock in my mouth. Like that's fucking stereotyping. That's rude, okay? Not every gay person is a whore. You know, I mean, it's not, you know, they're not all promiscuous. That's a stereotype. So speak up. You know, like you're hanging out with a group of your guy friends in the locker room, and you're all straight, but you're talking about maybe your gay friend, or maybe you have a gay friend. Maybe you're not gay, you're straight, you got straight friends, and all the guys in the locker room are straight. But you want to be an ally, you want to be better for people, even if you're not friends with them yet or at all. And the guy in the locker room is like, hey guys, and he's like, you know, he takes his towel off and he's like bending over. He's like, hey, you wanna stuff my asshole? Yeah, stuff my asshole, daddy. If I was gay, that's something I would say, huh? Like, if your friend, even if he's straight, if he's saying that and he's joking and making fun of gay people, that's fucked up. Like whether it's a locker room or it's outside of the locker room. You know what I mean? It's rude. It's fucked up, and you should call them out. Don't clip that either. But yeah, like especially, by the way, especially if gay people are around. If gay folks, if LGBT, you know, Q, whatever folks are around, you should definitely call out that homophobia. You know what I mean? You should definitely call it out. Be curious, you know? Don't be creepy, but you can be curious. You know, you can ask questions to gay people. You can be respectful. I'm gonna keep, but you know, just don't be nosy about their sex lives or their trauma, or like, how did you know you were gay? How did you know? Did you like watch porn when you were young and like, is that how you knew? How did you know you were gay? Ooh, oh, really? Oh, that's fucking weird. See what I did there? That's weird. Like I'm like scrunching my eyebrows. Like, that's fucking weird. You don't say that, okay? You can ask questions. Just don't be a fucking creep about it, dog. Some Zone Cat said, what is this? Some Zone Cat said, one thing is for sure, this stream is super gay. Shut up, Some Zone Cat. It's not stream. It's stream, idiot. Another way to be an ally is to show up. Just show up, guys. And not just during Pride Month. I know it's June, and it's what we're talking about right now, but just show up in general. You know, support LGBTQ plus creators. Support gay creators, you know, and not just like people like Logan Paul. You know what I mean? There's other gay creators as well. Wait, sorry. Logan Paul. No, that's, why did I say Logan Paul? Jake Charles. Logan Paul's not, I mean, he could be gay. He could be bi. I don't fucking know. Logan Paul, I don't think you're gay. If you're, please don't clip that and send it to him. I don't want him to think that I'm calling him gay. He's a great fighter, and maybe one day I'm in a wrestling match with him, where I'm representing Sheamus as Sheamus' manager for the Ginger movement, and I don't want to cause issues. Don't send that to him. That was a mistake. and he's gonna be missing all this context. That was a mistake. I just misspoke. I meant Jake Charles. What? Jake Paul, Jake Charles, Logan Paul. Anyway, how'd you know? How'd you know? Anyway, moving on. Show up, guys, okay? And not just during Pride Month, support LGBT creators, attend events, maybe go to the library, maybe there's some clubs, maybe there's some drag queen, book reading things or something. You can go to a drag show, repost things online, even not during just Pride Month at all. Just retweeting a gay person, helping to elevate their voice and help them get to be heard, is important. Just be present for them year round, not just when it's trendy, not just when it's June. Are you listening, companies out there? Are you listening, Sony and every other company that makes fucking gay rainbow flags on their icons on social media during June only? Speaking of that, share the spotlight. If you have a platform, big or small, amplify queer voices. Okay, make them heard. What I just said, retweet them. You're amplifying their voice. You're helping them to get heard. You're not speaking for them. You're helping them. You're helping more people to see them speaking for themselves, so they're seen. Captain Basepants has been a member for 26 fucking months, rotten months in a row. Is it okay to ask a gay friend if something is gay or not? Hey, is that gay? Hey, hi guys, is that gay? No. I have a fat friend and I want to know if it's gay to tit fuck him. What is wrong with you? What is actually fucking wrong with you, CBP? You have a fat friend and you want to know if it's gay to tit fuck him? Are you talking about me? Because you ain't tit fucking me, bitch. You ain't fucking tit. You fucking wish, bitch. Now, if you're talking about Turbo, then I can see that, but I think Turbo would love it if you tit fucked him. But anyway, moving on. Right. And again, don't click that. That's against the rules. I went over the rules yesterday. You should know that by now. Don't play savior, like I said earlier, like the Game of Thrones girl, that white savior meme. You're an ally, okay? You're an ally. You're not a hero. You're an ally. Okay? You're not a superhero for being an ally. You're an ally. Your job isn't to fix them or gain social points, okay? You know the phrase, what is it called? Not grandstanding. It's called something else. Virtue signaling. Don't just virtue signal to make everyone think that you're like a hero. Look at me. Aren't I just so woke? Aren't I just so socially conscious? Aren't I just such an empathetic, sweet individual? You should come suck my dick. You're not. Like, you're not doing it right. You're just using gay people for your own advantage, and that's gross. Your job isn't to fucking just use gays to gain social points. If you want to be an ally, you should support them without taking up space. Speaking of space, include them in all spaces. Inclusivity. Be inclusive. Invite them to things like parties, social events, things like that. Don't assume that they're going to feel out of place for being gay. Just invite them because they're just a person that happens to be gay. Don't assume that they'll feel out of place around your friends or family. Let them decide. Let them decide that. And the last thing, love loudly, defend quietly, folks. Celebrate their wins. Be loud about it. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? They legalized, you guys, can you believe it? They legalized gay marriage in all 50 states. That's amazing. Love wins. Remember that during the Obama administration before he got out and Trump got in? Compliment their style. Support their relationships like you and anyone else's. Oh, I'm so happy for you guys. Your friend got a new girlfriend. She's really cool and like she likes you. Not that much, but she likes you and you're having a good time. Be happy for them. Dude, I'm so happy you met her, bro. She's so cool. Like she's actually like she can hang with us and she's so cool. I'm so happy for you guys, man. Y'all are such a cute couple. Much love to you guys. I hope that you go far. I'm rooting for you. You can do that with other kinds of people too, other kinds of relationships. Support their relationship like you and anyone else's. And then, also defend their dignity as well. Behind the scenes, in private, not just in public. Defend their dignity. Because everyone, we're all human beings. We all deserve dignity. We all deserve respect, to some extent. If you're disrespectful, I'm not gonna respect you. But if you're a gay person and you're respectful, I'm gonna respect you. You should respect them. You can disagree with them, but you don't have to like belittle them. You can be mature. It's really not hard, folks. It's really not. It's really not. So anyway, let's run a video. Let's watch a video. Let's chill. Let's have a nice little video time. It's all good. No interruptions, please. Let's be good. Okay?
You may have heard of allyship, but research shows that most of us don't
Allyship.
really understand what allyship is. So let's start with the definition. Allyship is an active and consistent effort to use your privilege and power to support and advocate for people with less privilege. Let's unpack that. Our society is set up in ways that prioritizes some groups over others. For example, a restaurant might be easy to navigate for a person without a disability, but much harder for someone who uses a wheelchair. These patterns show up in our workplaces too. Studies show that leaders are more likely to mentor people who remind them of themselves. And since most leaders are white men, that means it's often easier for white men to find mentors.
Okay, man.
Allyship involves
white men
understanding inequities like these and taking concrete steps to help level the playing field. This is a key point. To show up as allies, we have to take action. Sometimes taking action feels tricky or even uncomfortable, but not acting can be more harmful than we realize. It can send a signal that we're not aware of the injustices around us, or that we think they're okay, or even that we don't care. So if you're not sure what to do, ask yourself, is there an action I can take that is responsible, even if it's not perfect? If so, do that. Allyship isn't about getting any one action perfectly right. It's about acting consistently in ways that add up over time. This is another key point. Allyship is consistent. We might be moved to practice allyship toward a specific group when injustice is in the news, but to really make a difference, we need to commit to pushing for change over the long term. Now, let's look at the last piece of the definition. Allyship is about supporting and advocating for people with less privilege. That might mean speaking up when you see inequity, like pointing out that the women on your team are often interrupted in meetings. It could also mean working
Hey men, shut up. Women are speaking.
proactively to make things fairer. For example, you could research best practices for reducing bias in hiring and share what you learn with your team. As you're practicing allyship, it's important to stay focused on the people you're supporting and the impact you want to have.
Staying focused on impact isn't always easy. We sometimes end up focusing too much on how our actions make us look or feel. When this happens, we can slip into what's called a savior mentality.
Yeah.
We might start pushing for solutions that sound right to us instead of listening to people with less privilege and following their lead.
You gotta listen to other people that are like marginalized, man. Like, cause then you're just what? You want to drown them out? No, dude. It's not about you.
We can also end up practicing performative allyship, which
Again, yeah, perform again. Okay, don't go around what is the term? I don't know why I'm forgetting it again. When you're not dog whistling, you're doing a thing, it's performative. You're like, look at me, virtue signaling. Don't just go around virtue signaling, dude, to make yourself look good. You're just using gay people as like a prop to make yourself look better. Like, that's not cool.
Which means we're acting based on how we want to be perceived. For example, we might post on social media about the importance of supporting people of color,
Exactly.
but not speak up when we hear racist comments in our daily lives.
Exactly.
On the other hand, some of the
Virtue
most powerful allyship actions are the ones almost no one sees.
Right.
Like privately recommending a colleague with a traditionally
You're doing it for the right reasons, not because you want people to look at you like, oh, look how good you are.
marginalized identity for a praise. Like privately recommending a colleague with a traditionally marginalized identity for a promotion. Allyship isn't always easy or straightforward, and you won't get it right all the time. But it's so important that you continue to try, because allyship really matters. By showing up as an ally, you can help people with traditionally marginalized identities feel included at work. Research also shows that allyship can have positive ripple effects. When employees see their colleagues acting as allies, they're more likely to step up too. This means that by practicing allyship, you can motivate others and shift your company's culture in a way that promotes equity.
I like
And when
this.
workplaces are more equitable, employees of all identities are happier and more committed to their jobs.
There you go. Allyship at work. Like, that's not bad. These are nice. I like this format.
Privilege is the unearned
I like this. This is a nice format. This is chill.
Privilege is the unearned advantage we get from being part of a dominant group whose needs have traditionally been prioritized. We can experience privilege because of our gender, race, sexual orientation, ability, class, or other identities. Many of us experience a combination of privilege and disadvantages. For example, white women have privilege because of their race, but are at a disadvantage because of their gender. The privileges we have or don't have can have a big impact on our experiences at work. For example, people without disabilities can usually assume that the software
In the live chat, Tony Gunk said, I'm learning a lot. Thanks, Mr. Copper. No problem, man. Or person. I don't know your gender. Hey, no worries.
their company uses will work without disability on our experience. Privileges we have or don't have can have a big impact on our experiences at work. For example, people without
You see what happens when clowns stop abusing the bot and people stop being morons? People in the live chat are like, I'm learning a lot. Thanks, Mr. Copper. You see that in the live chat right there? That's such a nice thing to read. I appreciate you, Tony.
disability on our the privileges we have or don't have can have a big impact on our experiences at work. For example, people without disabilities can usually assume that the software their company uses will work for them. But people with disabilities often have to ask whether a tool is accessible, and if it isn't, they have to ask for an alternative. Or consider religious holidays. Employees who observe a dominant religion's holidays, like Christmas, can generally expect paid time off on those days. But employees who belong to more traditionally marginalized religious communities, such as Muslims, may have to use their vacation days to participate in holiday traditions. It's important to remember that privilege isn't something we earn or choose. Privilege is structural. It exists because our society as a whole prioritizes some groups over others. But
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do my class tonight on privilege. I'm gonna do my class tonight on privilege. This is good. This is really good. I'm gonna, you know what? No, I'll let it play because this will be a different class in a few hours. So yeah, let's let this play. This is good. This is important for you guys to listen to.
while we can't control whether we have privilege, we can.
Look at Bug in the live chat. This is true. This is actually a really good educational video. Look at that, man. People are listening and learning. When you're not fucking interrupting, people can actually learn. Wow, what a concept.
Become more aware of it. That awareness is some groups over others. But while we can't control whether we have privilege, we can become more aware of it. That awareness is crucial. If we don't understand that privilege makes it easier for some people to succeed, we might think the more successful group is just working harder.
Here's an example. In corporate America, for every 100 men who are hired into manager-level positions, only 72 women are hired. This isn't because men are more qualified. Instead, it's largely because men benefit from unearned advantages in the hiring process. Once
There it is again, men. Just, it's like it's a part of the system. Like, I'm not pointing my finger at every man and saying fuck you. Fuck you for being a man. It's not about that. But when you're a man and you're like benefiting from this system and you're like not trying to help other people achieve equality, an equal and level playing field with you, you're a sexist, and you are shitty for that, dude. Well, you're not shitty for that. You're just like, you're a sexist. Like, that's not cool.
one study showed that replacing a woman's name with a man's name on the exact same resume increased the odds of being hired by more than 60%.
Are you kidding?
Similar biases affect people of color, LGBTQ people,
Straight
and
white
people with
men.
other traditionally marginalized identities.
Straight white
In
men.
another study, replacing a stereotypically black-sounding name with a stereotypically white-sounding name on a candidate's resume resulted in 50% more callbacks,
Wow. Wow.
the equivalent of adding 8 years of work experience. And in the third study, when a candidate had something on their resume that suggested they were LGBTQ, such as belonging to an advocacy group, they received fewer callbacks. Remember, in all these studies, the candidates had the exact same qualifications. Privilege, not effort or ability, gave one group an advantage over another.
These examples show why it's so important to understand how privilege shapes our experiences. When we see why women, people of color, and others with traditionally marginalized identities are underrepresented, we can start to address some of the barriers that hold these groups back. But acknowledging our privilege can be really, really tough. It's
What do you want, Samsung Cat? This video is absurd. It is not absurd. It is actually not absurd. People are talking in the live chat about how it's very educational. I think you might be absurd. I think you, maybe you're absurd. Maybe you're the absurd one. Samsung. I'm not gonna say pussy. Samsung Cat. I think maybe you're the one who's in the wrong here. In fact, I would say I know you're the one that's in the wrong. At this point, Redland will be full of gay black gingers. Okay, that's not going to happen because it will only be ginger people. Sure, there may be some gay ginger people, of course, but, if you're a ginger person, you will be welcomed into Redland. But you have to be a ginger, a Celtic ginger. But if that is the case, you would definitely be the best leader. Oh, shut up. Lol cow, it's okay to be a white straight man like you, Copper. I'm not white, and I'm not straight. I am a man. But I'm not a lol cow. Shut the fuck up. Shush.
It's uncomfortable to admit privilege can be barriers that hold these groups back. But acknowledging our privilege can be really, really tough. It's uncomfortable to admit that we have an advantage we didn't necessarily earn, especially when we've still had to work hard.
I'll expand on this tonight. I'm going to do tonight's class on privilege. And I'm not going to just talk about white privilege. I'll talk about straight privilege, male privilege, all that.
But when we do start to see the reality of our own privilege, we can also better understand the experiences of people with less privilege. And we can start to find ways to use our privilege to support and advocate for others.
Very good.
In other words, we can become allies.
Allies! We can become allies, guys! Let's be allies, okay? Let's be allies, okay? Well, anyway. Stream's been almost 2 hours. I'm going to stop here because I am going to start my stream in 2 hours at around 9 p.m., so that's in about an hour 45 or so. I'm going to take a break. I have not eaten a single thing today. I have not drinking a single thing today. I mean, I haven't had anything to drink or eat. So I'm a little bit low. I'm getting like a little bit gassed out, lower on energy. I need to recharge my batteries. I will be around tonight. I will be streaming tonight, again today, for another couple hours. I want to talk about privilege, maybe even later at night, like 12 or 1 in the morning, because my sleeping schedule's a little fucked up right now. I might even do a gaming stream, play some Skyrim. Not kill wolves. But anyway, I will be seeing you guys later on. If you want to hang out again, well, feel free. If you want to go have some fun in like an after school setting, the Discord, discord.gg/CopperCab. Maybe a mod will link it in the live chat. If you haven't been in the server, you should join. Discord's free, and it's a fun community. We got 5,000 or 6,000 people in there. I don't know, 5,200. A lot of people. We got many thousands of people in the CopperCab server. It's a fun community, very active. Lots of people joining every day. Even some old names that are classic people in the server. We've got people back on the server. Even folks like Dr. Bob are back on the server. You probably don't know who that is, but you know, a lot of classic names are popping back up. It's a very fun time in the community right now. It pretty much is in general. So yeah, feel free to join, and if not, that's okay too. Much love, everybody. Hope you have a great day, and maybe consider being an ally. I hope that you learned something. And I don't think I got angry one time this stream, and I want to say that I'm very proud of myself, because I don't think I yelled once. I don't think I got pissed off. I think maybe one time I hit my chair a few times. So that's good. And I'm going to call Sharon. Well, okay, it's after 7 p.m., so I can't call her right now. But I can text her or call her tomorrow. And let Sharon know that I did really good today. Well, I guess tonight is I'm still going to stream later tonight, so I'd like to keep that track record clean. But yeah, I will. It was a great. You know what? It was a great stream, CBP. It was a great stream. I agree, CBP. I usually would say it was a terrible stream, but you know what? I actually got to get my lesson out. I got to teach. I got to talk, and you know, my voice was heard. A minority, a person of color, LGBT person, my voice was heard. My voice was heard, and everyone was pretty much respectful. I had a few morons like Sumzone Cat, Mansplainer, people like that, dumbasses, like fucking people calling themselves Twinkle Tits and Habibi, whoever the fuck Habibi is. Part of my language, I shouldn't cuss. I'm trying to be better about that. We had some cool people, but we also had some morons too, like Mr. Moo, Sumzone Cat, folks like that. But regardless, we're gonna move on, and we're gonna, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on, and we're gonna reel it back in. Like Sharon, like my anger management therapist says. Reel it back in. Just reel it back in. So I will see you guys later on in a couple hours. Hopefully. Hopefully you're around. If not, that's okay. Maybe I'll catch you tomorrow. Mwah. Much love, y'all. Happy June. Fuck you, Tommy. Dumb bitch. Part of my language. I'm trying to be better, and I'm trying to not be angry. Hi, Tommy. Please feel free to excuse yourself from the stream, because your presence might be making some people uncomfortable. All right, take care, y'all. Bye.